What's going on, peoples? All right, so it's like my first time going live. It's not really my first time going live, but it's my first time going live in a long time. All right, so we gonna chop it up today. You know, we gonna cover some of the things that's been going on in the news, and the main thing we're gonna talk about is the Jada Pinkett and Will Smith debacle, and we're gonna kind of tie it into the Cheesecake Factory lady and how she ain't want to, go to the Cheesecake Factory. And I'm just going to kind of put all that together because they all are related to each other. And, it kind of shows how the madness begins with the Cheesecake Factory and then how it kind of ends with Jada and, Will Smith's relationship, and kind of towards the middle and how it gets to end and what you got to put up with, throughout, the history of your marriage. But first, we're gonna chop it up about the Will and Jada. I got my man. He's supposed to be coming through, but I'm not sure if he's gonna come through. He might be coming through late, and so somebody's supposed to be joining the live with me. But we're gonna see what happens. So first, to start off with, how can a man stop the nonsense from happening to you that's happening to Will Smith? Because I think a lot of people in the space, especially like the red pill space, the manifest space, they feel like, man, we're just going to avoid the whole thing because no matter what you do, you're always going to have a Jada waiting for you. She going to switch it up and then she going to have you by the throat and she going to have you, the government's going to have you, and you're going to be looking at your money and you're going to be like, you know what? I guess I'm going to have to put up with all this nonsense and pretty much give up your manhood to get the money, to save the money. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that's what a lot of people view the situation as. And so people would rather just say, nah, you know what? I'd rather just be on my lonesome and just be by myself and just keep the money and just don't go through the hassle, save myself the stress. And so do I feel like that's the right answer? I think that's the right answer in a vacuum. If I actually felt like you can do that and be happy, if you can do that and feel satisfied in life, if you can do that and really live a fulfilled life, I don't think a man could just eliminate women and not have a fulfilled life. I don't believe that. I believe that naturally, God has put within us a natural instinct to want to be around a woman. You know what I mean? You have a natural instinct. So now if you want to fight that, man, that's an uphill battle, man. You're just going to be fighting against your nature, and ultimately you're not going to be happy. And that's kind of how feminism kind of thinks, of like how feminism, they think that you can fight against your nature and then be happy. At the end, be happy. But as we have seen feminists happen, it doesn't work like that. You can fight against your nature all you want, but eventually they got some bottle of pills waiting for you, when you turn 45 to deal with that depression. You know what I'm saying? But it's the same thing with men. You could try to fight against your nature because, with the manosphere, the red pill stuff, that's like with men speaking out. That's a new thing, right? In the past 3, 4, 5 years, men have been speaking out, airing out their grievances, using examples like Will Smith, Jada, and saying that, you know what, we ain't signing up for this. But what is waiting for us at the end? Those same pills. And unfortunately, men be offering themselves and being very unhappy, or they be going out being school shooters, maybe not school shooters, but maybe mass shooters, and just not being happy. So I think the thing is, it's not about avoiding the situation. It's about dealing with it properly. And so we can't avoid it. We got to deal with it properly. So I got my man George. He done came through. So I'm about to put him through, and we're going to get it jumping. Hold on, let me see. I'm kind of new to this. What's good, man? Can
What's
you hear
popping?
me?
What's going on? I can hear you.
All right, for sure. I think we got it. Let me see. Okay, yeah, like kind of have a side by side, a little bigger. All right, for sure. Did you hear my what I was talking about at first at the beginning, or nah? You just
Nah, I didn't.
okay, nah. So yeah, so I was telling the people about like the Will and Jada situation, how we can't run from these relationships, even though, you know, it ain't looking too good for us men. You feel me? It ain't looking too sweet for us, man, because we see it kind of seems like marriage is set up for you to be a simp and set up to take your manhood, because you know you got your woman. You know
I
what I'm
wouldn't say
saying?
it's set up for you to be a simp.
Yeah, in that sense, like, I mean, if you don't play it right, if you just kind of
Right.
go with if you go with what they got for you, you feel me?
Right. If you follow the general consensus of what women perceive marriage to be, then yes, it could be, you could be in the line of being a simp. Yeah. But some guys not going for that.
Right, like, but it's kind of hard to not go for that when the system is all kind of set up against you. And so I
Not
think you got
really.
to be
I don't think it's hard.
Man, you got to be like a master at like social settings. Like, you can't be no casual, you know, I'm just getting along. I know a little bit about women. I know a little bit about this world, American culture, and then you get into a marriage. If you like that, you just know a little bit here and there, you're gonna get played, dog. You're gonna get played. You gotta know, like, you gotta be a grade A sensei, understanding relationships, understanding women, understanding the American culture.
I think it depends on the woman. Number one, depends on the woman that you're involved with, right? Because not all women are like that. Not all women are Jada, right? Some women are okay. I think most women are okay being led as opposed to leading, right?
Okay,
So
hold on. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, but as long as you never surrender those reins of the relationship and everybody plays their position, I don't see you being a simp. Because if you look back at the older days, our parents weren't simps.
Man, that's a different time. We're gonna talk about that.
Right, but I'm saying I'm not saying that we are. Of course, that's years ago. So I'm not saying that it's going to be the same, right? But I am saying that marriage is not set up for a man to be a simp. Is what I'm saying.
Okay, hold on. So let's because you know they both kind of like, they see my videos. The audience, they know, they see my videos, watch my videos. They don't know who you are, and so
right.
You're George, right? And so
right,
and you're married.
I'm married.
Right?
Yep.
So you've been married for how long?
12 years.
12 years. Okay. Mm-hmm. And I'm single, right? I'm Obi, the truth wrestler. And so, you know, we're going to get the truth out of everything. But I'm not married.
Okay.
And, you know, it's a scary game. I done seen some stuff. And just kind of like also break down our background about like, for me, you know, we're best friends. And so we've been around each other all our lives. Like since we're like, what, 7? Something
maybe
like that.
Maybe younger than that. Maybe 5.
5, yes.
Maybe 5.
He might know me better than I know myself. You know what I'm saying? I might know him better than he knows himself.
Facts.
Okay.
Facts.
But then also too, we have different like dating histories, right? Like coming up, right?
Yes.
So me, I've always been like the situationship have a good time type person, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you have been like more of the settle down, one woman, long-term relationship type person.
Right.
Correct?
Right. Correct.
So if they put you in a club and had you try to holler at a whole bunch of girls, that's just not your environment. You ain't really trying to do that. Right?
I wouldn't say it's not my environment, but that I think that's more. That's more. That you're more versed in that area. You adapt better in that area. Me, I'm more chilling. You're more
right. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah, that's more of my field. Like as in, like if we in the club, I'm a little bit more comfortable just pulling chicks and just like if you're in the club, you are more or less like, let me just holler at this one girl, chop it up, maybe get a drink or something like that. Just more chill vibes. Me, I might try to holler at about 10 girls. Right. And so that's that.
Okay.
And that's how you've been. So now when it comes to Will and Jada, that marriage thing, you have been through marriage. You feel me? And so I respect what you got going on and what you know about.
I'm in marriage.
In depth of marriage, right? Okay. So with me, what I got going on is I know the generality of women because I don't talk to a decent amount of women to where I'm like, there's things attaching to all these women, especially in the American culture. Like she did this and said this, and this resulted in that. She did this, said that. She said it, and this other girl said it a little different, but it still came out to be like these same things, right? So I can kind of put threads together because I've dealt with a decent amount of women, right? But you know the in-depth version of it because you did the in-depth relationship and you have you got a long marriage. You know what I'm saying? You in a long marriage, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so just kind of give a background. But so like dealing with the Will and Jada, right? And well, first of all, you said one thing that was key is like picking if you have the right woman, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
That you're not gonna end up in a Will and Jada situation, which is true, very true. But the right woman just don't come to you. You gotta understand how to pick the right woman. And so if you don't, because unless you're just taking a crapshoot, getting lucky, praying to God,
chances are you're not gonna get the right one.
Yeah, chances are in the American culture, you're gonna get something closer to a Jada. If you just randomly pick, if you don't know what you're doing.
Right. Okay.
I think so. And so in order to get like a good woman like your wife, right, you're gonna have to know some things, like figure out some things.
Right. You gotta know some things about yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
And also
then you gotta know about women. You gotta know a lot of things about women.
A lot of things about women.
A lot of things about women, right.
For sure. So what do you think Will did bad picking Jada? Like what you think he was like, how he tripped out and get into this situation? What you think?
I think that I don't know their history, but to me, it seems like I would never date a woman that's so into another dude, right? I felt like from the beginning, and I don't know their history, but in the media, it's almost like she's been fantasizing about Tupac and about the kind of person Tupac is, right? And Will ain't that. So in my opinion, Jada has always had a type. Right. And she wants the type. And I'm not saying that Will's not an alpha male. I'm not saying that he's not, I'm not calling him a punk or anything. I don't know Will personally, but I do think that Will and Pac ain't the same people. Right. So I've always, and if I'm dating a woman, I'm not going to directly ask, but she's going to tell me about her past in conversation. And in telling me about that past, she's also going to tell me about the guy she's dated. Now, if you dating me, if me and the girl are dating, and you telling me you've been dating gangsters your whole life, eventually I'm gonna be wondering, why the hell am I here? I'm gonna be half in, half out, because you may just like me for now, but this is not me what you really want. So I feel like he didn't pick up on those signs a long time ago. It's always been I always believed that Jada was chasing a nigga like Tupac. Like she's been chasing a man like that. That's the kind of guy she wants. So off top, and I feel like that's probably the reason why Will slapped Rock, right? Like I'm an outlaw. I can show you I could be I can play without the rules, because from up until then, we've all seen Will as a kind of a soft guy, right? He ain't the hardest dude out there, right? When you say Will's name, you think of a family man, somebody that Will ain't scaring nobody.
Well, I would say before Jada started running his name through the mud, he seemed like a quality, solid, regular man, like a superhero.
Well, a regular, yeah.
He was a superhero.
I wouldn't say super. I wouldn't say superhero.
You seen him as kind of like
he's a ladies man, yes. A ladies man, yes. But ladies man don't mean a ladies man don't. Right, but that don't mean that you ain't the type of man to stand on business, though.
Hold on,
you see what I'm saying?
Business, Will, he seemed like a man that before he got dragged through the mud with Jada, he seemed like a man that could defend himself. He'll fight. He ain't gonna shoot him.
If he had to, yeah. As I said, remember what I said? I said he ain't no. I'm not calling him a punk.
Right.
If he's put in a situation, Will's a solid 6'3" big dude. He ain't no little dude. So he could. I believe he could take care of himself if the situation presented himself.
You ain't about to.
Right. You ain't about to do that. But what I'm saying is that Will Smith don't put fear in nobody. Any type of man gonna walk around with gangster. In no gangster, yes.
He ain't gonna put no fear in no gangster, because gangster gonna pull out that
so
pistol.
I feel like who?
A gangster gonna pull out that pistol.
Right. But I feel like Tupac. I feel like Tupac was that.
Yeah, he was
Right. Okay. So I feel like because of that, I feel like in the media, even before this, I think I started hearing about this during the table talk thing she had.
Right.
Like she was consumed with this guy Will. I mean, not Will, Pac, in my opinion. Yeah. So I feel like before that, there was some signs of Will may not be the guy I truly want. He's the guy that's available.
Right.
And because, he's a ladies' man or whatever. And that's the thing about it too, man. And that's what I say about picking the right woman. Women are always going to want to be comfortable around a guy. And so you may be the guy that's just available, but you may not be the guy she wants. And so part of picking the right woman is being the guy she wants. And you shouldn't force yourself to be somebody that you're not, because somebody's always going to want you, as long as you're a stand-up guy and you can hold your own. But at the same time, you're not who you're not. So I feel like from the beginning, he didn't know. It's either he didn't care or he just didn't know what Jada really wanted.
Right. I don't know. Jada must got that juice for real. Jada.
Nah, she ain't got that juice, man. Nah, she ain't got that juice, because other than this, and I feel like Jada too, she has psychological issues in the sense that she's always addicted to some type of trend on social media. She wants to be in the media so bad. Before this, we've never heard somebody or a lot of men chasing Jada. Anybody chasing Jada?
But she's been married to Will Smith all
right, but still, even if you marry, men are still gonna look at Angela. What's her name? Angela? Is it Angela Bassett? Beyonce married, but people are still gonna lust after Beyonce. I don't think anybody's been in the media like, yeah, I want Jada.
No, Jada ain't no sex symbol like that. She's
exactly. So she ain't got no juice.
I'm talking about juice. She got juice for Will. She put something in Will T.
Nah, she
get all the women that he wants.
She manipulated. And every man has the ability to be manipulated by the right woman.
That's what
make you do things. So you don't really have to have the juice. You just have to be a simp for the woman to make you do things you probably think you would never do.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So I don't know what Will, I like. Yeah, the normal man would be like, well, I think Will is just like what we say, blue pill. And I think he drank the coffee, he drank the Kool-Aid of like the simp, the woman is queen, the woman is God, Kool-Aid. And so I think that, yeah, she showed all those signs, but he didn't, for whatever reason, he ain't know no better. You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah.
Bro, I don't want to say he ain't know no better, man. I just think that he just ignored his manhood after a while. Like, he's like, you know what? I'm married, so this is going to be the person I die for.
Before he got married.
I don't know.
I feel like if you're around the right people, you're around some masculine men, they gonna beat it into your head that don't play yourself. Don't get played
Okay.
out here and make
Okay.
you keep game. You feel me? And I'm talking about you supposed to have been around the right people from the age of high school, 14, 15, 16. Like people just telling you, oh man, you playing yourself, dog. You gonna take that from her? Or you ain't gonna stand up for yourself? Or man, she trying to get after, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm able to check you, you able to check me. Like I remember one time when we were like 18 and you told me something about a girl and I was like, you know what, you right. Yeah, I'm kind of going down the route. I shouldn't do that. Like, yeah, I'm gonna play myself. And I can see where you're coming from. Like, and we went through a lot of situations like that. You feel me?
Yeah, even on my end too. You giving me piece of it like, boy, you tripping.
Right. Yeah, like, man, okay, like we ain't about, I'm not gonna, you can't be around me and just be a straight simp. Like you're not about to be around me like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You ain't about to be around me and just be all the way played out by this chick. Like it's just like I'm gonna lose all respect for you. And, you know
so you're saying that in order for you to be in a successful, well, let me say this: in order for you to be a man in a successful marriage, you have to pick the right woman, and you got to have the people around you that's gonna check you if you're going astray.
I think that in order for you to pick the right woman, you have to have the right people around you. That people that got your ear, that has
your benefit.
You care what they think. You actually care what they think, and you're not about to play yourself in front. The people that you want to get respect from, you gotta want to have respect from masculine men. If you don't care about what masculine men think, and you don't care about your respect in the circles of masculine men, you lost. Or if you're around some weak ass niggas. And you're trying to get their respect by being a simp, because that's the only way you can get respect from, you know what I'm saying, from simps, is be a simp to other women, then you already lost there. So like I'm saying, like, so if he would have had like an older brother or, you know, some real dudes around them, they would have been like, man.
They might not have gotten married.
They wouldn't have got married. No way.
Because I don't feel like from the media, I don't feel like she was ever into that dude like that. You ain't never we see women on social media who post their man happy birthday. They do stuff that you can actually be like, okay, well, I mean, I'm not saying that everything you see on social media is true, but at least they play a good face. But I've never seen or heard anything about her being super into Will like that. And typically, in a marriage, most women are really into their men, right? And I feel like that's they're excited about their man. Yeah, and I feel like that's a good place to be for any man. Be a man, and vice versa. But I feel like in more so than men, because women are, of course, some women are a little bit more emotional than men. So they play into that while being super into the guy. But I've never seen Jada do any of that for Will. And I've always perceived it like, well, maybe he's just more to her and she's to him, but that's never a situation the man wants to be in.
Hell no.
You playing to lose. You playing to lose.
Right. So her emotions should be way more into you.
Right. It should be way more into you. Right.
You should have way more happy vibes.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Excited vibes. You should be excited. If I'm going to the mailbox, you should want to come with me. If I'm going to the grocery store, you should want to be under me. Like that's just how it's supposed to be. Right. I just feel like I never saw that in Jada. So to me, it was like, I don't know, it's beginning to an end, I guess.
Right. So like I remember when I was younger, right? Like 18 and stuff like that, you get a lot of women being like, you know, I like them thugs or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I like them dudes from the street. And you know, we were all kind of influenced, you know, with that kind of street culture and all that stuff. So we kind of try to lean towards that a little bit. To not to the extent of some people, like to where they selling drugs. So we ain't never do no stuff like that. But you know, with our dress, the way we talk and stuff like that.
The way you talk, right.
Yeah. But I know women will be like, I like thugs and stuff like that. You know, but bad chicks, fine chicks. But me, I think because I had the right people around me, I knew better than to try to
let yourself go all the way. Right.
Right. So I was like, is like some men, because we impressionable at 18 or whatever. Some men will be like, all right, well, shoot, you like thugs? I'm gonna start selling some dope. I'm gonna start telling you about street wars.
Right. Right.
Some men get
lost in the sauce.
Right. Start fighting dudes. Go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like be shooting guns over trying to be cool for a woman, and eventually, I don't know. You just chasing. You chasing, and I feel like maybe Will didn't do that per se, but he always tried to like cater to her in a way of like, I could do whatever you want. Maybe not throw my life away.
And another thing too, man. Women, men. I don't know if this is on topic too, but man got to be careful of women that value the opinion of others so much, right? A woman got to be, for you to be around me, a woman got to be, she got to be okay with being by herself. You know what I'm saying? You got to be okay with being, like, you don't need social media. You don't need people to apply. You got to be okay with being by yourself, because there's going to come a time when you may feel, especially in marriage, you may not feel 100% yourself all the time. You know what I'm saying? So in that time, what are you going to do? Do you got to go to social media and get a whole bunch of people's opinion about where you at? Or can you have a conversation with your spouse and get back to where you need to be? Because sometimes these women and men too, marriage is a long-term game. You don't know what the outcome is. You just day by day, right? So now Monday you wake up maybe depressed a little bit. First thing you do is hop on social media and maybe send a tweet or a post on Instagram, or you want a picture for people to make you feel better. And then soon you start setting yourself on Instagram. So now you married for 10 years, naked on IG, naked on social media. And some men like that, right? But not me. I ain't going for that. I ain't going for that. Like if you want to make yourself...
I think really to make the practicality part of what you're saying is, man, your woman got to be submissive to you. Like at the end of the day, that's just the real. Like that's all I heard was.
I don't know if that's submissive, man. I think that's more
because she.
How is that submissive? Because you're not even that. She. Some women on their own are okay without social media. They just use it for entertainment.
So what I'm saying is, like a submissive woman, right?
Right.
A submissive woman, that encompasses everything you just said, because the submissive woman wants your validation, not social media validation. She wants your validation because you're the leader. Okay. She's submissive under you.
Okay.
Okay. That's number one. Number two, if she has issues and stuff like that, she ain't gonna always, even though I'm not saying that she can't talk to anybody else about her problems, but ultimately, who sets the bottom line on like what's going on is you. As the man, she's submissive to you, so she's gonna talk to you about the problem. You are gonna be the one that is going to kind of come to the final conclusion of what's going on with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is how we gonna do it.
Not really, because some women. You can't say that.
Hold on. Let me. No, hold on.
All right.
I know you want to argue, but hold on.
Okay.
Because it ties into the Will and Jada situation, right?
Okay.
Because when Jada having issues and stuff like that, she going to the red table talk. You know what I'm saying? When she having issues, you know what I'm saying? She got Augustine or whatever digging out. That's how she dealing with the issues. She got issues. She writing poems to Tupac.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if she was submissive to Will Smith, she gonna be talking to Will Smith about it. And Will Smith will be able to be like, all right, you know what? I think maybe you need some therapy. Let's talk to this person. Will Smith could be like, all right, you know what? Let's start exercising more. Will Smith will be like, okay, you know what?
But that may not be.
Let's go on a vacation. Let's do something. Let's figure it out. Will Smith gonna know what the hell is going on. He ain't gonna be the last one to know. He ain't gonna figure out. He ain't gonna find out that his wife is banging August Austin from a red tabletop. Like, he ain't gonna know that. He gonna know that my wife is feeling insecure here, or Will Smith don't know what the hell is going on because he don't got no submissive woman.
I don't agree with that 100%. The reason why I don't agree with that 100%, don't get 100. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why I don't get that 100%.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me tell you why I don't get that 100%. Because as a man, you're not always going to know what your wife is going through. You're not always going to have the answers for what, right? You're not. So that's what I'm saying. You're not always going to have the answers for what she's going through, right? And sometimes when you have the answer, she may not want to hear an answer. She just may want to talk, right? Some women like to talk and like to be heard, right? So I'm not saying that a man, because what you sounding like is damn near, I'm going to tell you what to do with your feelings. That don't sound right, right? That's not, I don't feel like that's submission. I don't feel like that's correct in the sense. If your wife, I feel like your wife, I don't think that she liked or valued Will's opinion enough to talk to him about whatever she was going through to get a response. Okay. When you value other people's opinion more than your husband's or your spouse's or whatever, that person may not be for you, right? So you may not like him enough to value his opinion. That's not, I'm not saying that a woman should be submissive to a man and tell a man, hey, this is what I'm going through, now tell me what to do. That's like you being in jail.
So who is she supposed to be going to figure that out?
She can, like I said, she can talk. I would prefer my wife to talk to me, right?
But who is she supposed to be going to figure that out, though?
She could go to me.
This is the thing, talking to whoever she gonna talk to.
No. She'll come to me. She'll come to me, right? But I'm not going to assist in figuring out. Yes, because you don't know, women and men speak differently, right? So you may not know the right things to say.
Hold on. Speak complimentary. Speak complimentary. Differently in a complimentary way.
I'm sorry, say that.
Complimentary to each other.
What does that mean?
Complimentary means I have a side that you don't have. And then
okay. So it's like A and B, right?
Comes together and it
comes together.
It fits.
Okay. But not all. It ain't gonna. What I'm saying is that my goal, my job as my wife's husband is not to police her emotion, but rather to give her a way to get her emotion out where she will not feel judged, right? And she feels like this is a safe place. I can talk to him without either him immediately trying to tell me what to do with this emotion, because that could be what you can make it worse sometimes.
Hold on, but when I say submission, right? Submission is a vast thing. So you can have some very tight submission, like as far as like do 100% of what I said, right? Because it's like if you're going down a road, right? Mm-hmm. There is submission to the point where, okay, just go to the north, right? That's just a general direction. There is submission to the point of, man, you're going to follow this line and don't move from this line. So it's depending on what kind of leadership you have and a woman needs to decide what kind of leadership she's going to get behind with a man. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think any other leadership styles are wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's just depending on your leadership style as a man. You know what I'm saying? Or you want to have tight control or you want to have a little bit more looser control, right? But my thing is, now, your wife, she has all these emotions and everything like that. You know, that's just a general woman, right? You know, but she needs to control those emotions, number one, and then number two, she needs to.
Well, she can't. You telling her to control. Women can't. You telling her to control. Yeah, you telling her to control an emotion. You telling her what to do with her emotion. Emotions are.
You do need to tell her what to do with the emotion because she's trying to figure out what to do with the emotion. Is she not trying to figure out what to do with this emotion?
She's coming to you for guidance with her emotion.
To guidance to what avail, to what end? Just to
sometimes
just
not for nothing, but it's almost like sometimes it's okay for her to come to you with an emotion and allow her to vent and not have an immediate solution.
Right.
Just that venting.
That's true. But you're going to have to eventually come to a solution.
Sometimes the solution is listening. Sometimes she just wants to be heard. Sometimes the solution could be providing an ear. Right?
That is true. But how much of that are you going to do? Like, because a woman.
You will know. You're not every.
Yeah, hold on, because a woman could be like, and that's where we kind of get into like the I dare to say simp kind of culture in the sense of you got this woman.
Nah.
Hold on. You got this woman putting all kinds of emotion on you, and
Okay.
you feel like you can't give no solutions. So you down there gonna be her girlfriend to where she just putting it on you. And then you just gotta accept it. And you gotta kind of kill your masculinity because your masculinity is finding a solution.
Your
So
man,
I'm not
no,
saying
yo, no. Your masculinity.
I'm not saying you step on her neck as far as like you can't put your emotions out there. I'm not saying you do that. Yes, I want to hear your emotions. I know how to, as a man, as a leader, I know how to deal with those emotions. But at the same time, you are coming to me for a solution. That is my job as a man, as a leader.
No. Your job as a man, as a leader, is to know when to give the solution. The reason why you're a man is because you're built to take the emotion, right, and know when to speak. That's the job of a man. That's a masculine man. It's not every time. If you go to a bar and you fight every nigga that step on your toes, that's not a masculine man. A masculine man is the man that knows when to be aggressive, when not to be aggressive. So a masculine man will know exactly when to give the solution, is what I'm saying. I'm saying solution is great, it's fine, but a masculine man knows when to give it.
I agree with that. You know, you're supposed to know when to give it.
Right.
But the issue is men don't give it at all. So we got to know that most of the time, your job is to give a solution. That is your job.
I don't like that most of the time, because most of the time, the reason why I can't agree with most of the time is
what are we gonna say? Just you're supposed to just let your woman just talk. She gonna talk, man. Like if you
when the time is right.
A woman's emotion. If you cannot control the woman's emotion, you're gonna get a Jada.
No,
you're gonna get a Jada.
No. Nah, I don't agree.
She got so much emotion for the world. She got all the.
You gotta learn. So let me tell you this.
Okay. Hold on. Let me say this.
Go ahead.
We got to give a preference.
Okay.
You're talking about your wife. Your example is your wife, right? Because that's the reference frame that you're talking from.
That's my reference, yeah.
But
reference, yes.
Yeah, and so me knowing your wife, I know that your wife, she has a good grasp on her emotions already.
Right.
She already has a good grasp of her emotions. So it doesn't require you to do a lot of policing her emotions. Your wife is not normal in that sense, though. Like she's not like.
But my question now to you, right? I'm not saying she is.
Like, that's not the normal situation.
Right. But my question now to you is you as a single man, right? You notice, and I feel like the responsibility of men is this where the responsibility of men falls into, right? You as a single man, you see a woman like Jada, right? Who has emotions everywhere, right? Do you A, attempt to show her what to do with the emotion, or B, leave her where she's at?
I attempt to show her what to do with these emotions.
See, that's my problem right there. That's my problem. Because let me finish. Let me land. Because I feel like if more men, right, stood on business in the sense of, you know what, I'm not finna teach you what to do. Eventually, you may be 50, single, and be like, damn, I done been left by so many niggas because this is my problem. Whereas opposed to men continuously trying to fix and change these women, you're gonna end up like Will.
Okay, hold on. Now this is the key here, because we talking about the American culture here.
Yes.
I used to kind of think how you thought, right? In the sense of these women are gonna come to the table knowing how to be a woman.
No, they don't. Or they might not.
They don't. These women don't. I've never seen a woman. I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen a woman like that know much about anything. Like, I ain't gonna front. But now,
they gonna tear your ass up in these comments, man.
Hold on. So now I gotta make a separation, right? Can this woman be taught? Yes or no? So I am going to try to control her emotions to see if she can be taught. Does she buck the system? Now, if she bucking the system, I'm going to leave her alone. Like, this girl ain't no good. Because I think a lot of women, it's not that they're bad women, but they just never been shown the way. You know what I'm saying?
And you
so
think it's a man's job to show them the way?
Yeah, you're a leader, right?
Okay.
You're a leader. You're going to have to show somebody the way. Like, what are you a leader for if you don't got no job if she just know everything? You know what I'm saying? You got to present and show what you know. You know what I'm saying? And show her things that she ain't know before.
Okay.
So, yes. So, I'm going to have to, at times, tell her, okay, now we ain't going to do that. We're going to do that. We ain't going to think like that. We're going to think like this. That's negative. This is positive. This is what's going to get us to where we need to go. You know what I'm saying? So.
But you don't think that.
Hold on. But then if she like, oh, no, I don't agree with that. No, that don't make no sense. She start bucking the system. Dog, you for the streets. I can't do it. But if the woman actually listens and she listens to me, she gonna see that I'm right. She gonna see, okay, we going places where she normally wouldn't go. Okay, and so she gonna keep listening. That's how I know I got me a decent woman. I can work with her. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, then I'm expecting a woman to be perfect. And in this modern times, these women ain't taught like that. They're not taught like that. They're taught to be independent and feminists and all this other stuff.
I do agree with some of what you're saying when you do have to kind of test the waters a little bit to see what kind of woman she is. So I agree with that. But I also still hold men responsible in the sense of women have seen that whatever one man don't accept, another man will, right? And unfortunately, that further proves women point when I see women saying, well, he accepts my crazy. There should be no nigga accepting any crazy. Because the more we accept women's crazy, the more women will be crazy, right? Women and men, but more women are more creatures of habit, right? If this one way is work for them and they've been able to attain whatever, good life, soft life, I guess that's a new term now, maybe man taking care of them and they've been crazy, there's no will in this world to change or to see anything, right? But once men start standing on business and be like, you know what? I'm not going for it. Because whatever you ain't finna do, another woman will. Women will learn their lesson faster and also grow faster too. Because I always say this to my family, my sister, right? I come from a family of 4 girls, right? I always tell them that the reason why we are quicker to lead is because most men, we jump out the nest first, right? So we go out there and see what's going on, right? A lot of women kind of stay behind a little bit. Maybe they stay in the house a little bit longer. Some women, I know some women who've been on their own since they've been 16, but generally men come out the crib first, right? So I always tell women, if you really want to know about life, go date. Because that men gonna show you. Men gonna tell you what's funny, what's not funny, what's attractive, what's not attractive, how to act, how not to act. They're gonna teach you that as you just interact with the opposite sex all day. Because men do it all day long.
I don't know about that, though. I don't know about that.
You don't think so? You don't think so?
Yeah. Man, in an idealistic world, maybe, but in the reality world, no. Because I think what you're talking about is kind of fantasy. Like, to be honest, yes. The truth of the matter is, it's always been like that, and it always will be like this, that what one man won't do, another man will.
Right.
That's always you're never going to change that. You're never, ever going to change that. But there is cultures of men. You know what I'm saying? There's cultures of men with money. You know what I'm saying? So certain things that a man with money has, he ain't going to put up with. You know what I'm saying? Certain cultures of a masculine man live by certain cultures. He ain't going to put up with it, with certain things. Okay. A broke man might put up with certain things because there's a culture with that. A simp man will put up with certain things. There's a culture with that. So a woman got to understand what culture she wants to be in. You know what I'm saying? So there's always, forever, just like the crack, you see crackheads in the street with a woman or with a man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
There's always going to be somebody for somebody. Always. But if you want a particular type of man or woman, you're gonna have to be a particular type of woman or man. So you're gonna have to fit within that culture. Okay. So what I'm saying is that to say that, okay, well, you just cut the woman off and then she's gonna learn, she is gonna go to the next man that is gonna accept her. Like, but that man might be a lower end man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, go do your thing, but you're gonna have to put up with what that man got to bring. There's a reason why he's letting you talk over him. There's a reason why he's like scared of you, or you're gonna have to burden a lot of the leadership things since you don't want to be led. So therefore, you're gonna be the leader, and you're gonna have to burden that. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. So I feel like us as men, we gotta. If you're a masculine man, then you stand on that. You're gonna have to show that why you're a masculine man. You ain't about to be a masculine man and just get a woman and she just knows everything. You're gonna have to show your worth. You're gonna have to show your worth. And so therefore, you're gonna have to lead this woman. Like, you're gonna have to lead this woman. You should be able to make this woman better, a lot better. You know what I'm saying? So, and then it takes a smart woman. So now a woman, if she don't got it together, she ain't gonna know. She ain't gonna have the wherewithal or the foresight, the insight, or whatever. She ain't gonna have the ability to know to follow. You know what I'm saying? She ain't gonna have to, she gonna leave you, and then she gonna look back and be like, "Damn, that was the man I should have followed."
She gonna regret.
She didn't have the ability in the moment to follow. You know what I'm saying? But in the moment, you gotta be the leader. She gotta be submissive. That's it. And then also, too, what you saying about your sisters going out there and date, no, that she got to have a foundation of understanding what a masculine man is.
Where'd you get that from?
A father
what not around?
Around masculine men.
How do you be around men without, what? I mean, what if she don't have a father?
No, because once you get out there in the streets, man, the game is crazy. They got a whole bunch of men that acting masculine, but they ain't really masculine.
Well, you figure that out.
Scars going to eat her up.
You figure that out. Let me define what I mean by dating. Dating is not. I'm not talking about relationship, sleeping with. Sex. I'm not talking about sex. I'm talking about a relationship in the sense of you talk to a man, you have conversations with a man. And let me say this too, because I guess what you're saying is, I guess I kind of see what you're saying, but what I meant is women need to interact with men.
Okay, interact.
Let me take the word dating out. Let me take the word dating out, okay? Because the men, they're going to show you what it is and what it's not, right? Men have a way of being honest without telling you anything. You text a guy, you're not interested, he's gonna stop texting you. Right? You guys get into an argument, and I'm not saying women are always at fault, but you get into an argument and you say something offensive, but the guy is not going to go back and forth in his mind. He's just going to stop talking to you. Right? Women are more so the ones that, maybe he didn't mean it like that, or maybe they're gonna try to find an excuse for the man. But men are known to be more cold-blooded than women. Now, there are some women who don't give a damn, right? But I'm saying the general consensus is that men are more...
Men with options are more cold-blooded.
Right. Yeah. So let me remove the word dating and say women need to interact with men to build a foundation of the kind of man they desire. And I feel like Jada did that, but Will ain't listen.
What you mean Jada did that?
Jada was very public with her admiration for Tupac. Right? Okay, and if you almost look at I'm not saying that this guy is anywhere near Tupac in a sense, but if you almost look at her relationship with August Alsina, right? That guy has been in the media as well for some pretty stupid. He's unstable. For stupid shit.
Unstable too.
He's sort of kind of unstable too, right? Yeah, so they had some, right? So they had some similarities. Only difference is that August was an R&B singer, right? But they had some similarities. So I feel like Jada was public with what she wanted in a man and the type of man she wanted, Will just didn't listen. He didn't pay attention to the signs.
Right. But but I mean, I think that the way it is though, a lot of times, you know, I think when women kind of show signs of like who they are, a man could dismiss that and be like, okay, that's nothing. Yeah, I know you like thugs, but you know, ultimately I know that the woman, you know, the man feel like he knows best, right? So he's like,
that's not a smart man.
Yeah, well, he'll say, I know you like thugs or whatever, but I know you ultimately want a good man. And the woman will kind of, quote unquote, ultimately want a good man because just like Jada, she'll end up going with the good man, end up marrying the good man.
Yeah, she thinks she wants a good man,
I
but
know, so they both on the same page like that. He thinks that she wants a good man, and she thinks that she wants a good man.
No. He's hoping she wants this good man. She's confused, but she's smart enough to go with the good man. Me as a man, my job is to know exactly what you want and then know what I can and can't give you. If I knew
okay. Yeah, so I think that the way, because some people, like, let's be honest, like, women have dealt with, a lot of women, right, have maybe had a bad boy one or twice in their life in the dating history, right?
Okay.
And we could be honest too that bad boys have their appeal, right? They have their The reason why people like them is not just, you know, there is an excitement quality, fast money, you know, maybe they look good too, and you know, all that stuff, you know what I'm saying, talk good. And some of them, they are intelligent brothers, like Tupac, right? He actually is a very intelligent brother, right? He could have been a scholar, he could have been anything.
Right. I agree.
Yeah, but he's a thug though, but very intelligent. Another example of that is like Nipsey Hussle, right? Like he's a thug, but super intellectual, right? And so people, in our culture, the Black American culture, that is like a woman's ideal man a lot of times, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
like,
to be the mix.
Yeah, that mix of thug and, you know, intellect and all the craziness, right? You know what I'm saying? But we are, unfortunately, we see how they ended with Nipsey Hussle, you know, and with Tupac, you know what I'm saying? And it's very unfortunate. It didn't end good. But still though, we can see the appeal. And so at a young age, you know, 18, 19, 21 or whatever, we can they could have dealt with thugs in their life or whatever. I don't think that automatically eliminates the woman. You know what I'm saying? I think at the end of the day is like, even though I'm a good guy and I need to vet whether she's still into those type of guys, because there's a way, you have to vet these women, right? You know what I'm saying? The only way I know and I can see to vet is see if she gonna follow you. A woman ain't gonna follow behind nothing she don't trust. She ain't gonna, she's not gonna,
I don't agree,
she gonna
man.
fight against what she don't trust. I'm telling you, that's just practical. That is practical. If you tell this woman, I don't ever want to hear you talk about no Tupac, I don't ever want to hear you talk about none of that shit. And then she's like, man, I'll talk about what I want to talk about. Okay, that's already, you too much in love. You too far gone. But she like, okay, you know what? I need to let that go and move on with my life. Okay, you got a chance with her. You know what I'm saying? Or like, if she like a fast money type, she was dealing with these dudes that making fast money, you know, do these street dudes or whatever. I'm not about to compete with that. Man, we saving money. We gonna save up some money to put towards a vacation or something. You know, I'm gonna say we going $1,000 or whatever. You gonna save certain amount of money. You know what I'm saying? See if she can do that. If she like, no, I ain't about to do that. You know, I expect my man to cover everything and do that. Okay, all right, you know what? Forget about it. You know what I'm saying? Because you too much into that fast lifestyle. But, you know, I want to see, can she slow it down? Can she get that out of her system? You know what I'm saying? And that's only through submission. She gonna follow behind my leadership. And if she can do that, all right. If she can't, she's too far gone. But of course, you gotta have good leadership as a man. You know, stuff I'm saying, it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Can you save money? That's gonna be important if you want to marry this woman. You know what I'm saying? Or can you like not talk about certain people? Like that's what Jada is going through right now. She can't stop. She can't get this out of her mind, right? Of course, there's a financial gain to mentioning Tupac all the time, but you know, it's about can you come back to me? You know what I'm saying? Get off of social media, stop doing all that twerking. Although I would never go for a woman, even if I see her doing any kind of twerking online, that's automatic out. But
okay,
still though, like maybe she got maybe 1 or 2 pictures, maybe that is kind of risque. And be like, all right, man, I need you to take them pictures down. And she like, man, no, it's my profile and I'm gonna do what I want. All right, that's my cue to leave. But if she says, all right, you know what, I'm gonna be submissive to this man. I'm gonna trust his judgment. I want him in my life. I'm gonna take the pictures down. Then okay, we got something. That's the only way I know to vet a woman. Like, can you tell me how to vet a woman?
I mean, everything you said is correct. I think for me, I'll tell you what I did. For me, I listened, right? Women are talkers. They're gonna talk, right? So, a lot of scenario-based questions is what I use to vet my woman, right?
Okay.
Put her in, well, not put her, but paint certain type of scenarios, like thinking-based questions, and then she would answer it. And if I didn't like her answer, she wasn't for me. If I like the answer, then
period. Just like if she said the wrong stuff, she gone.
I just feel like the type of questions I was asking, it was a fine line. There was no, and maybe it was either on one side or the other side, and that lets me know about the mindset of the woman I'm planning on being with. So yeah, if there was an answer that I would have to think about, then I might not have proceeded, because the kind of questions I asked was a mindset question. You're not going to, you're 30, what, I forgot how, maybe 27, I think 26. You're damn near grown. So you formulated your mindset outside of me, and this is what I'm being presented with. And she had to say, she vetted me too. She asked me questions too that let her know the kind of man that may be in the future. Now, and I told you before, maybe 2 days ago, there are going to be some things that may change in marriage in terms of, lifestyle changes, work, all those things like that. But the bare minimum is not changed, and I'm okay with that. So I had a base to go off of. That's how I vetted my woman. Like, put her in a situation that you need to know what you're going to do in the situation.
Okay, that's true. That's scenario based. I agree with that. But then what about real life vetting? You know what I'm saying? Because there's certain things about talking. Some women know the game. Some women know the game now. And they could talk a good way and be like, right. This scenario, I would do this. I'm not going to do that. But then when it comes to real life, how you going to
you got to, that's what, but I'm saying too, you got to, man, it sounds so toxic when I say that, but you got to kind of put her in those situations, right? In the situation where you want to see.
You got to see it happen, right?
Yeah, I got to see it happen. Yeah. The way you deal with.
So give me an example. Feel like, what's an example?
The way you deal with conflict, right? When you get upset, I'm not saying, well, you kind of. There were some things that I said to push a button, right, while I was dating, and based on her response was what let me know. Okay, well, when she's mad, she may talk to me like this. She may talk to me like that. I may not like that, right? So, somewhat of a button tester, and she did the same thing to me too. You know what I'm saying? To see how I would respond in a situation. Am I the nigga that's gonna shout? You know what I'm saying? Am I gonna cuss her out? How do I talk to her when I'm upset? You know what I'm saying? I feel like the best way to vet a woman is to be around them, because you can't fake it for that long, right? You could talk all you want to, but when I'm around you, when we out or you at my crib and I tell you I don't like something and you respond to the way I talk to you, you're gonna get to know me. I'm gonna get to know you. So being around the woman is a great way to vet, not just talking, but being around them and seeing their day to day, what you do when you get off work. I remember this one scenario. she's getting off work, and I went to go pick her up from work, and I drove her back home, and I didn't like the fact that she didn't say anything on the way home. And I'm like, I came to pick you up, right? So I didn't have to pick you. Could have drove. So if I'm
Yeah.
sacrificing my time to come pick you up, you're gonna have to talk to me. We ain't just gonna be silent the whole way, right?
You
So
told her that in the moment.
I told her in the moment, yes, because I didn't understand that. So another thing too, I had to understand too. She just worked 12 hours, right? So she may be
Right.
spent and tired. She may not want to talk, right? So I had to understand that. But the reason why I brought up the scenario is because the very next time I did that, she spoke. We had a conversation. And so that let me know that in a situation where I'm telling her something I don't like, even though it goes against something that she's used to, she's gonna put forth effort to change. Now that may not be consistent. She may not talk to me every time I pick her up from work, but when her putting forth that effort lets me know that she's going to consider my feelings. So I see that throughout my relationship now. So some things that she don't have to do, I see her putting my feelings first, and that's the same person that was in the car that day. So situations like that kind of lets you know what she's gonna be.
I feel
in the
like,
relationship.
man. Yeah, I'm kind of like you, but I'm more or less like, man, I believe in putting the woman through all the triggers. We're gonna trigger the hell out of you, dog. Because we gotta know.
That's why I said that, but I said it sounds so toxic. But that's a form of.
It's real.
Nah, it's
real.
Toxic. It's toxic.
Because,
it's toxic.
No, it's not toxic. It's not toxic. Because at
you
the end of the
purposely
day,
because
hold on. What's a trigger for some people ain't a trigger for other people. You know what I'm saying? There are general cultural triggers that we know of, but it don't mean
you know what
a
I say.
Personal trigger. For
you know what I say.
As a woman.
You know what I'm gonna say. I don't want. So instead of, because triggering is a toxic word. What I say this, for a man to vet a woman, be 1,000 authentic every chance you get. Like speak your mind every chance you get. If you don't like something.
But that is what people would say, what a woman would say is misogynistic today. A man speaking to his nature, if a man speaks to his nature, that is considered triggering and misogynistic today.
Well, we don't care because we're not allowing women to dictate. Yeah, we don't care about that. I'm not allowing women to dictate. I'm not allowing a woman to dictate how I date you. I'm not allowing women to dictate how I vet you.
So we on the same page in the sense of we're not gonna call that toxic. Because if you are
speaking your mind is not toxic. Purposely triggering somebody is toxic.
No. I know that speaking my mind is triggering to a woman. I know that. So it is what it is. I know what is triggering to a woman, especially in this culture, in this American culture. I know that speaking my mind and standing true to my masculine nature is triggering in this American culture.
Okay.
So, but it's something that I got to do. There's no way that I'm going to play the fool. So I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about weight loss. I'm going to talk about it. Like, you're not allowed.
I think my
okay, hold on. Now, when I say that, I want to see how she reacts to that. Like, what is the response to that thing?
How many women have you?
Hold on. An action is not your real self. A reaction is always your real self. So I want to know your real self. Reactions tell my self.
problem.
Not always, but most of the time.
My problem with your dating method has always been you say, I get it in the sense of
you're not gonna get a Will, so you're not gonna get a Jada for sure.
I get it in the sense of you want to let a woman know your mind, right? But my problem, or let me answer my problem. But I said I understand you wanting to trigger a woman, right? But my whole thing is the way you do it. Sometimes it may not need to be done. and I've always said that before, right? You
But
have
we don't know if it needs to be done or not.
no, and I'm gonna tell you how I know, right? You see a woman, you meet a woman who's already going to the gym. She's already has a routine down, right? Someone
Mm-hmm.
like me, in my mind, you already got this down. So I don't gotta say anything. Somebody
That's not
like
true, man.
you,
That's so far from the truth.
somebody like you, right? You're gonna say it regardless. And I've
Yes,
always said
because
this. I've always said this, right?
mm-hmm.
People generally, and we can attest to this, hate being told what to do when they're already doing it. So my thing with you is that you're gonna talk about it even though you already see it happening, which can be a put off or a turn off. Now it's
No.
like you're trying to micromanage or tell somebody. It'd be different now if you date a bigger woman and you tell her, "Hey,
It won't
we need to
happen.
get in good shape." Well, let's just say for
Yeah,
argument's
I
sake,
get what
right?
you're saying.
Right. As opposed to you dating a woman who's in a better shape than you, you're still gonna find a way to tell this woman what she's not finna do.
Yes, because
That's
let's
that's me.
hold on.
That's
Okay.
toxic.
Okay, no, it's not. No, it's not. Let's be real now. These women, right? They change drastically. Especially me in the fitness industry. And it's also my job as a man, as a leader, to understand what the future is going to look like, to nip some things in the butt.
But
in the
she's
future.
already
Hold on.
in the
She's
gym.
doing that right now in the present.
Yes.
She's not doing it in the future.
But
She
you
doesn't
do know,
what's in the future.
but you do know that traditionally humans are creatures of habit. You
Until
may
something breaks the
fall
habit.
off a little bit. You
Until
may
something
fall
breaks
off a
the
little
habit.
bit. Right.
No, okay, hold on. Let me get this one. Let me get this one right here. Let me get this one because I'm way more versed in this than you are. Because I do fitness, right? I'm a fitness person. Okay, so
Okay.
a woman will, people in general, not even just women, but men and women, they'll do things as it is convenient. Okay, so let's say working out. You know, if you got especially when you're younger, you got a lot of time, you got a lot of energy, you got motivation because, you know, what I'm saying, you might be trying to date, you know, and, you know, you got a lot of things going for yourself to allow yourself to do it. Okay, so that's one segment of life. Okay, but as soon as you get this job, that requires so much of your time, so much of your energy, then you have to prioritize fitness. Then you got to start making decisions. A lot of times they put fitness to the background, you know what I'm saying? Or especially with a lot of women in particular, they get pregnant. You might be working, you're pregnant, well, just had a baby, you got a little newborn or whatever. Fitness will go in the back burner. You know, it's gonna go way back. She ain't gonna remember the time when she used to work out back in the day. That's gonna be so irrelevant. So now, me as a man, I got to put my presence and let her know that you ain't single. You're not just in it by yourself. You do have a husband. You do have a husband that has needs. You do have a husband that is attracted to a certain body type.
Okay.
You have that. So now some women hearing that will say, it don't matter. You can't tell me nothing. I just had a baby and I'm focused on being a mother. My wifely duties are secondarily now. They're secondary. They won't have sex no more. They're not going to work out no more. Their attitude going to change crazy. And that is a huge thing that happens in their life that makes them change. That changes marriages. That causes a lot of divorce. But if and women could you could foresee that if you tell a woman you're not allowed to gain weight, even if you have a baby, I'm attracted to this body type. A lot of women would be triggered by that. They're not gonna understand that, and they're gonna be like, man, hold on, what? that's a lot of pressure.
Do you know
for a
why?
woman.
But you know why though?
Hold on. But now, if this woman says, you know what, I do understand that concept. I do understand that, I still got to keep up with myself. I'm not in it alone. It ain't guaranteed, but you got a better chance of her. Also, like whenever those times come when she got a child, she's busy at work, she gonna remember like, man, okay, I do got a man. My man has told me repeatedly that this is what he wants. And so I gotta make some effort towards that.
Yeah, but see, my thing has always been your delivery. Right? There's 100. There's 100. Hold on.
Okay, what I just said.
There's 100 ways.
Hold on. What I just said, deliver it better. Make a better. Give me an example of how you gonna talk about a woman pregnancy and weight gain and stuff like that, even before, how you gonna address those concerns? What I just said, deliver it in a better way.
Okay, so my delivery is more action than talking, right?
No, we're talking about talking. We're talking about talking. We're talking.
Well, if you're talking about, hold on, if you're talking about being a leader doesn't just talk, a leader does.
And a leader talks.
Right. So a leader,
but
let's deal
with the talking part. Let's deal with the talking part. A leader does communicate.
You can
a huge part of being a leader. Deal with the communication part. That's what we're talking about.
My communication with her would be more so in telling her what I don't like and what I do like, as opposed to telling her what to do and what not to do. Right?
Okay, you tell her.
Give example. If a girl comes to me, my wife comes to me and tells me, man, this haircut or this guy is with these waves.
No. Hold on. Wait a minute. We're talking about before she's your wife, number one, and number two, we're talking about fitness. We're talking about weight. Let's talk about that.
Okay. So if my woman came to me and she was always talking about my body, right? And her opinion of my body.
Her body or your body?
You say, okay, you're saying about the woman and the man, right? You're saying, okay, in your sense, because you just reversed it, right?
I don't get what you. No, I didn't.
Okay,
my opinion. Hold on. How are you going to tell this woman that it's her job to stay in shape throughout the marriage, not just right now when she has time, even when she has a baby? I still want this similar figure. Maybe you might not be.
I will include myself in that conversation. It's our job.
Give me the conversation.
It's our job. It's our job to keep our bodies in shape. It's our job to be healthy for our children. It's our job to look the best that we can look without falling off. Because when we look better, we do better. It's our job. Me telling her what to do and telling her what she's not finna do is triggering. Once I include myself in that, it becomes less triggering. And now it becomes an our thing.
Oh no, but that's
it's our job.
Our job is her job.
It's always our job. You know why it's our job? Is because my wife is a reflection of me. So if she look bad, we look bad. It's always our job. It's never her job. It's our job.
But she takes a big responsibility. It's her job to be healthy.
Nah. It's her job.
It's her life.
It's of course it's her life. But she's in your household under your guidance. Nah. As a man, you are responsible for whatever is under your house. You're not responsible for her.
Hold on. As a man, you're responsible for vetting what you allow to be in your house.
That's what I'm telling you. You don't already. We passed that already. Bro, we passed that already. You already married already.
No, we are in that right now. We're talking about vetting a woman to make sure that she can get in the house, so you can. You see can't.
So you're vet. Okay. So now hold on. So now we're talking about women and we're just dating, right?
Of course, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about
So if we're not married yet, my conversation will be. I would always put the conversation on me, right? In the sense of, no matter what happens, my goal is to always look my best, because that woman that's under your leadership would follow more than telling a woman what to do. You tell a woman what to do, she's already on the defense. You talk about you doing it.
On the defense.
If you talk about you doing it, She's going to follow your leadership. You're going to, I mean, at the end of the day, you after what goal are you?
That's not true. That's not
What
true.
goal are you after? I'm for me.
Follow leadership. Not all women are submissive.
Well, then if she's not submissive, if she ain't submissive, she ain't for you.
How do you know whether she's submissive or not? That's how we're trying to vet whether she's submissive.
You telling a woman. We're trying
to figure out how. We're trying to figure out how.
You telling a woman what to do. You telling it that your way is unsuccessful. You're saying your way is unsuccessful. You telling a woman what to do as you're dating is not.
Women do not play with me.
I'm not saying they play with you, but what I'm saying is you telling a woman what to do. You ever heard saying you attract more bees with honey?
Exactly.
You can lie to them.
Telling a woman sweet nothings. I don't want that.
It's not sweet nothing. It's not sweet.
I'm trying to see if she's a quality woman.
It's not. So you telling what who's going to prove that?
Yes.
I don't think so. I don't agree.
Can you follow?
I don't agree. I don't agree.
This thing that I just told you that does make sense, because I know what I'm saying makes sense. I don't think we will argue on the logic of what I've just said. That a man has a type, he has a preference for a body type, right? And there's a health component to it for the woman's side. You know what I'm saying? That is true. Like that logic is true. Now, but that logic is hard for some women to digest, because it puts pressure on them. I agree, it puts pressure on them. But there's life pressures that we all have to get under for the best outcome of the relationship, best outcome of our own life. So I'm not trying to remove the pressure from the woman. I'm not. I'm trying to see whether she can handle it.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing though. When you do that, you put them in unnecessary situations that can bring out another reaction.
I know that's very necessary, because we all have seen where women get pregnant and get big. That is a normal thing. That happens way more than not. That's like the majority of life.
I'm not saying what you're saying.
They come in slim and trim. And then after 2-3 kids, they big. They got 60 pounds on them, 70 pounds on them.
I'm not saying, number one,
and then you don't want the man to cheat. Okay, so
I'm not saying what you're saying is.
We know that this man ain't happy. We know that this man ain't happy.
I'm not saying that what you're saying is not true. But what I'm saying is that you telling them that way is not going to get no different response. A woman will respond better to you in that boat with her, as opposed to you telling her what she is and what she's not finna do. So no matter what happens, if you can say, you mean to tell me that you think that the answer to women not gaining weight is a man and what to do and what not to do? You think that's the answer?
Me telling them. I don't know about some other men. Other men.
You think that's the answer?
Me telling them yes.
What? No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what man it is. A man telling them telling them.
Hold on.
No, bro. That's the only thing that's going to do.
What man it is?
Only thing that.
It matters. Amazing deal.
The only thing that you're going to do is put this woman in distress when she gets pregnant. She's going to be. She may be. Hold on. She may be so stressed out. She may miscarry. She may be so stressed out about not gaining weight. Yes. She may be so stressed out about not gaining weight. She may not. Hold on. You said what?
She can miscarry about anything. We can't put that on that.
Yes, you can, because that is a stressor. She may be so stressed out. She may not eat right. Come on. So what I'm saying is,
man. Okay, hold on. I got it. Because you in my wheelhouse right now. You're so much in my wheelhouse right now.
She may be so stressed out about what you're saying, she may not be able to carry the baby to full term because you got her stressed the hell out.
Or she'll understand what you're saying and just carry on with life and have a great life. When the only way
that we can prove your theory is seeing what happens when your wife gets pregnant and how you decide to handle that. Because right now, you're talking about how a hypothesis. I'm coming from the real life of marriage. You're talking about what you think sounds good, right?
Hold on. Okay. So, for example, this is my example, right? And I mean, we kind of veering off, but it is about vetting women, right? So,
we always veer off. We always end up right back.
Okay. So my thing is, it is pressure. It's just like we growing up, and let's say in a Nigerian household, right? And the standard is you got to get an education, you got to go to school, get a degree, be a doctor or whatever. You know, same thing with the Asian culture. You know what I'm saying? And some of these cultures are so education based, and some people will say that's negative because that puts so much pressure on the kids, and then some kids commit suicide and they just do bad. You know what I'm saying? It don't work well for them, or they become depressed, or they feel ashamed, don't feel adequate enough. And so, but if you look at the overall picture, most of us are successful. That pressure, pressure busts pipes or creates diamonds.
Right.
So that's just what it is. Okay, so now I'm putting the pressure on my potential wife. I'm gonna see if it's gonna bust that pipe or it's gonna create a diamond. So,
but the only way that is,
hold on,
bro.
Hold on. The pressure, hold on, George. The pressure is not the bad thing. It's what she's made of. Is what
no, bro. The pressure, your theory, you cannot compare your theory to something that we actually see. We actually see, bro. We actually see our peers, right, go under that pressure and come out doctors and lawyers. You have not seen your theory in real life. You have not told a woman not to gain weight. You haven't told a woman not to gain weight, and she did not gain weight while pregnant.
I haven't. No, not while pregnant. I'm talking about after pregnancy. But I'm talking
after pregnancy.
I haven't seen a man tell a woman to control her weight and it worked.
No. A man. No. Because you're telling from what I understand, right? You want to tell a woman what she's not gonna do. Right?
I haven't.
You're not gonna gain weight.
I'm putting standards. I'm putting standards. And
standards on what?
That Will and Jada stuff. Can you put? Does your woman see you as man enough to put standards on her? Does your woman see you as masculine enough? Does she trust you enough to put standards on her? Because standards don't waver. Standards are the standards. We're gonna work within this box. No matter what.
I agree. So what you're saying now, what you're saying now
is one of those standards.
What you're saying now, right? I put a standard on my wife by talking about my desire and how I want her to look after pregnancy. It's not telling her what she's not gonna do. I always say, I tell you how not to do it. I tell you how not to do it. I've been telling you how to do it, but you're not listening. I've been telling you.
You said what? How did you put the standard?
I told my standard. I told her what I would be. So I'm very opinionated in my household about my ideal body type. Without telling her what she is and finna do. No, not okay. I'm not telling her what you're not finna do. I'm telling her
for a woman.
I'm telling her what I'm attracted to.
For a woman.
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm telling her. No. But I've always told you it's your delivery. I'm not telling my wife what she's not finna do, but I am telling her what I'm sexually attracted to. I am making comments on women's bodies around her, so she knows what I like.
Page. We understand Page. Okay.
I just don't tell her how you tell her. I did. I told you. I said.
I'm gonna say No.
But that was hold on. No. I said that as I am married, what we not finna do. But I'm not telling her directly what she's not finna do. I'm telling her because before you told me, I was under the impression that you were talking about someone that you're already married to, right? And she's pregnant now. So I'm putting myself in the boat. I want us to look good forever. But if I'm just dating a woman and I'm casually talking to a girl, right? So I switch modes. If I'm just dating a woman and we're casually dating, I am being very opinionated about the kind of woman I'm attracted to. I'm being very opinionated about my ideal body type because that's going to let her know without telling her what I want.
Okay, so she get the picture clear and solid.
She get the picture. Because, right. She gets the picture.
A lot of women would say, a lot of people would say that's triggering, that's toxic, telling a woman, putting that pressure on her. I agree with you, but you need to lead with that.
If a woman, I want my woman to be real enough to be around me, telling me what she want. Because I may not be the nigga for you. Okay, so I don't have a problem with you telling me, I want to make sure, because first of all, I'm gonna come in the size that I already am, right? So I don't want a woman. I'm about 6'2", 6'3". I don't want a woman telling me, you know what? I want to make sure that whatever guy I end up with, he got to be under 5 feet. You ain't the nigga for you.
No. We talking about body type. We talking about something.
Right, but I'm comparing it. What I'm saying, I'm telling a woman telling me
that's not a smart comparison.
What I'm telling her, what a woman is telling me.
But we talk about
what I'm telling. Forget height. But yeah, I'm telling her what I'm basically saying is that a woman. I don't have a problem with a woman giving me her what she wants in a man, because that's only going to make me evaluate why I'm here.
Okay. So, but that's what we coming to, right? Like Jada, I'm pretty sure I had no problem telling Will everything that she wanted in a man. They do it on social media. They talk about the money. They talk about the way they look, how you're supposed to act, what's a man, what's not a man, all this and all that. But when it comes to the man telling a woman what he wants, what attracts him, that's when the gender war starts. That's when toxicity, that's when you ain't no real man if you don't accept all of that stuff. That's when they want to step on your manhood. So what I'm saying is that we don't accept that. And so I always got to pull you back to my side, our side, the masculine side, because I feel like you a lot of times be starting off with the simp side, like trying to say all the nice, friendly flower stuff.
Let me tell you. No. Let me tell you. I've known you. I've known you for almost all my life, right? Me and you have a very different way of communicating, but we always end up at the same idea. But the way we get there has always been different. So you may hear a nicer, more polished side, but the idea has always been the same. But I just have a way of, and that's, we could go into this later, but that's why I feel I know women better than you.
You know what? You're right about that. Very 100% right. Because I got onto the next mentality. Like, I'm gonna tell you what it is. So let's not waste each other's time. So
my mentality is the same. I'm just not as abrasive as you.
No. I'm because I already know, like, there's a lot of bad chicks out here. So I'm like, look, go ahead and get triggered, and let's see if you want to stay or not. If you don't want to stay,
yeah, I'm not with all that. I'm gonna tell you.
A whole bunch of other chicks that's gonna get on the board. Now, if you can get on board with that, and then I'm gonna get with what you're saying as far as, and that's the long-term play. I'm gonna tell you what it is up front, and then the long-term play to watch it play out is just to,
I'm the same. I tell you, I'm the same way. It's just that what I say is easier on the ears than you, because I don't let things. For me, I've not been in long-term relationships because I'm nicer. I've been in long-term relationships because my idea of vetting women is from the beginning. So chances are I'm dating a woman long-term because I know exactly why I'm here. You may be more so on to the next, easier and quicker, because you throw a net and cast whoever. If I'm dating a woman, I picked her specifically, right?
I pick specific women, but there's a lot of bad chicks out
there. Nah. You throw and you hope, and then when you get in your face, now we gonna see for now. I don't do all of that.
Okay. All right. I think we kind of got to some resolution to that. Okay, and so now we
But I do have to. I do have
thing.
to. I do have to take a quick break. I got a client coming in. He just parked. I could join a live like in the next 10 minutes. That's okay.
You know what? I think maybe we about an hour and a half in. So I think we could cut it. We can cut it because we talked about vetting with Jada and Will, right?
Right. And we're in this weight gaining.
Yeah, that's all part of vetting and all that. So I think that's a good conversation. But the next time we'll chop it up about, you know what I'm saying, staying in a marriage. Because, you know, that's another thing. Will vetted wrong and all that. But then now we talking about should he stay, should he leave?
That's a good conversation. That's a good conversation.
Right. So we'll do that one next time. So we're gonna end the live.
I bet.
All right, so all right, man. Holler at you, man. Y'all comment and everything like that. All right.
For sure. All right.